Patrick Kavanaugh with California Ag Today here at this historic day in downtown Fresno where the Gerawan Farmworkers actually got their ballots counted after over 5 years of waiting through the valiant hard work and patience of the farm workers. And a person that was really a big part of making this happen is Jesse Rojas with me here, spokesperson for Pick Justice.
It proved what it has been known since the beginning, that the overwhelming majority of the 3,000 Gerawan workers did not want to be represented by the UFW. So 1,098 no union votes, and I believe a little bit under 200 yes union votes. We had a lot of challenge votes as we expected, because if you recall, the ALRB segregated certain crews of employees, intimidated them, and challenged them all.
Yes.
So it was no surprise. But even after 635 challenge votes, it did not matter. The margin of victory was huge.
And did we always believe that margin of victory is going to be this huge?
No, you don't see it very often. I mean, this is an overwhelming, huge margin of victory in this type of union elections. But we've known this. I mean, hundreds and thousands of them have demonstrated nonstop for 5 years. So it's only obvious how passionate and how courageous they are to stand up for their rights. And today, a huge wrong was right today.
Terrific. And they have gone from courts to the California Supreme Court, to all kinds of protests, all kinds of demonstrations in the field, off the field. These farmer employees didn't give up.
They never gave up, and I tell you, even I'm surprised. Assemblyman Jim Patterson even said it. Even the Governor Brown appointed judges to the California State Supreme Court said, no, you have to count those ballots. This is completely unconstitutional, and it needs to stop now. Yeah, it was an overwhelming vote. It was, almost 10-1.
Yeah.
And now, keep in mind, those 635 challenge votes, most, if not all, were also no votes, because if the ALRB and the UFW challenge a voter, it's because they're pretty sure they're going to vote against the union. So even if you open those ballots, that margin of victory would have been even bigger.
What's the ultimate role of Pick Justice in this whole movement in the Gerawan Farmworker vote?
It wasn't about me. It's about the fact that I had over 3,000 strong, hardworking farm workers standing behind me every single time. I mean, you got to realize why this is just so historic. Not just the margin of victory, but we have gone up against the deep state corruption in California, against the controlling party that controls everything in Sacramento. We went up against over 15 million taxpayer resources that were spent against us, the big labor bosses, the big special interest groups, and justice won simply because these workers never gave up. It's because of them. All that Pick Justice did, all that we've helped them with, is to show their voices, to expand their voices through social media, through PR, through all the new communication methods. And now Pick Justice has expanded beyond the Gerawan employees to other employees that are facing similar issues. And we look forward to continue to do the work and the advocacy that Pick Justice has done.
We're going to see more pushback from UFW and ALRB?
Honestly, we are. Now, this is a very good time to set it's already a precedent, but to set a huge mark in history in agricultural labor relations, to show other workers and other areas of California that you do have the right to choose, that the government cannot just stomp over you and take that away. So I think it will send a huge message. We have to help deliver that message and let other employees and other companies know that you do have the right, and the ALRB and the government has to respect their own rules and follow the law, the rule of law.
Jesse Rojas, spokesperson for Pick Justice. I'm Patrick Kavanaugh with California Ag Today.